morning, my lovely friends. I hope that you're having the best day that you've ever had in your entire life. Cheers to you and all of your people. That is not very good tea. Anyway, so today I would like to talk about a subject that is near and dear to my heart, tarot and astrology, and why I actually think these can be hugely wonderful tools for self-growth and self-examination. I don't necessarily believe in fate, which is interesting that I read tarot and I'm an astrologer. Very strange. But I don't believe that like somebody's natal chart is going to tell them who they are supposed to be, what they're supposed to do as a career, if they're not going to have a happy marriage, if they're going to be an abusive marriage. I don't believe that if you get a tarot reading and it says that you're going to get in a car accident and lose everything, I don't believe that that is true. I don't believe that that is fate. I believe very much that the universe is a big mirror and you are reflecting to that mirror everything that's inside of you, and it's reflecting back to you everything that's inside of you. If you are living in poverty, it's because poverty mentality, poverty feelings, poverty being are inside of you. If you were wealthy in your heart and in your being, wealth would be reflected back to you. You couldn't help it. All of your actions would be wealthy actions. You would take actions to get wealth. You would think wealthy thoughts. You would feel wealthy feelings, and wealth would just be in your life. It's not necessarily that it would be attracted to you as much as it would be mirrored back to you. So it's kind of like a computer program. You can't program a computer to do thing A, like to have orange backgrounds and get a blue background. Like, that's not the way that the computer program works. So your subconscious mind is the program that you're living in. What does this have to do with tarot and astrology? Your subconscious mind is extremely powerful. Millions of times more powerful than your conscious mind. It is believed and scientifically proven that 95 to 98% of your actions and thoughts during the day are subconscious, and that the subconscious picks up on millions of times more information than your conscious mind does. It's doing all these tasks, all these things. It is the ocean as opposed to the cup of water that your conscious mind is. Just so much more powerful. So you're living by these programs. And because your subconscious mind is so powerful, it can do things that your conscious mind can't even conceive of. Like choose random numbers, choose, the cards that you're going to flip over. It can choose what you see in a natal chart or in your astrological sign. It can choose these things to reflect back to you based upon your programming. So if I have this question about my career, let's say that I would like to be a doctor, but I don't really believe that being a doctor is possible for me. If I pull tarot cards about my career as a doctor, even if I want it consciously, the cards are going to be negative and probably even tell me not to be a doctor. They might even say that I shouldn't be a doctor. They could say something else. They could be, depending on how strong my belief is, they could be really, really strong indicators that this is the wrong path. the truth is that you are just unconsciously believing that it's the wrong path. And the cards are just a reflection of your unconscious beliefs, your unconscious symbols. So when you are wanting to be a doctor consciously, and you're getting these negative cards, and you're reading in your astrological chart that you should be something else, or you shouldn't pursue this as a career path, what that can tell you is not that you are not meant to be a doctor. What that can tell you is that your beliefs are not in alignment with you being a doctor. It can give you a mirror that's reflecting back to you where you need to make adjustments so that you can align with what it is that you desire. So if you're getting the Tower, when you ask about being a doctor, what will my life be like if I'm a doctor, and you get the Tower, that would tell you that your life will be in ruins, let's say, if you decide to be a doctor. So you can look at that and think, what is it in me that believes that my life will be in ruins if I become a doctor? And you can maybe word it, my life will be in ruins if I become a doctor because, and then fill in the blank. Or if you're asking about relationships and the devil keeps coming up, the devil is about codependent relationships, you could write down, I am codependent because, or I believe that relationships are codependent because, and fill those in. Figure out where you're stuck. Now, the interesting thing is, you don't even necessarily have to figure out the beliefs that are keeping you stuck, because that can be an endless process, and you're just reflecting back to the universe more of these reasons, more of these beliefs, more things to fix. Specifically, more things to fix and more things to examine. So you'll just be examining and fixing endlessly. What you can do instead, that I have found very helpful, is, okay, so I'm getting the devil with relationships. What is the opposite of the devil? The devil is this codependent relationship that is very addictive and maybe even abusive, or just not good feelings. Well, there's the Two of Cups and the Lovers. Very happy relationship, very loving, very unconditionally loving, like choosing to be together, enjoying each other, and also being very healthy and free together. Kind of like interdependence. So I would choose that as my symbol instead. And I would just ask that I bring some of that energy into my relationship, or into my thoughts on relationships. And then to be able to like meditate on that and feel it. I want agape love. I am agape love. Being able to say I am whatever it is that you want to feel. That's a video for another time, the I ams, but it's very powerful. I am unconditional love. I am enjoying my partner. I am enjoying being together with my husband. To go for the opposite energy means that you don't even have to examine your beliefs. You don't have to go there. You don't have to uncover anything. Tarot can give you a guide that tells you what to focus on instead. So when you get negative cards, the beauty of that is it brings up into your awareness where you need to do some work, where you need to focus instead. Same thing with astrology. I have Saturn in my 7th house opposing my Sun in my 1st house. Whew, tough. That's tough. That can mean like abuse, which I have suffered through. That can mean someone who's very controlling and really tries to like manage every aspect of your life and is very, very restrictive. So knowing that, what do I want? I want freedom in my relationships. I want this sense of equality and respect. I want to be able to trust. So those are the energies that I bring into my being so that I can be that way in a relationship, so that it gets reflected back to me. So astrology charts, all of the negative stuff should be embraced as guidance, telling you where to place your focus and where to put your attention instead of that energy. It's kind of like knowing what you don't want. You can decide more clearly what you do want. So embrace the negative cards. They come up in a reading, say, thank God. They actually provide a clearer guidance than the positive cards, because the positive cards are just telling you, isn't this awesome? With the negative cards, they're saying, here's something you need to work on in order to grow, in order to make yourself a more whole and full being. So that is my take on astrology and tarot. Wonderful, wonderful tools for growth, and wonderful tools to help you to come outside of yourself and view things a little bit more objectively, so that you can grow and evolve and change. And I do readings. If y'all want to contact me, I'd be happy to help you in your process of growing and evolving and changing, and help you to examine your life, give you some guidance and direction. I put a link below to that. Okay, my friends, I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.